Hi all, an update on installing the new, the command station itself is actually about 15 years old, second hand, but for me it's a new item on the layout, a hardware command station which has its advantages, which I'll talk about. One of those projects which halfway through you wonder why you started it, but finally got everything sorted, and after testing a lot, now built it in position. So command station here, got on a pull-out shelf here. The reason for this is that I'll be doing nearly everything via the computer and the wireless throttles, and I don't really need the command station at all. It's just really a glorified adapter for the DCC information to the layout. But of course you can, during testing, you can operate it locally as well. So main, everything on the main, so we'll switch on. Nice thing about these things is they start up very quickly compared to a computer that I had before. And now I can operate trains, but put it out of the way most of the time. We'll cover this with fascia and a curtain later on. Some really serious issues with it halfway through, particularly regarding the feedbacks. I have 128 feedbacks, and we're getting up to about 156 feedbacks when the layout's finally done, and they're very sensitive, particularly using the S88 bus. I finally had to actually remove some earth connections to now get it to work. But it's working and doing its thing. One advantage of having also a DCC capability, true DCC capability, is you can get 128 speed steps. And I've got that programmed in all my locks now. And that really does make a difference, particularly if you're like me. You run your locomotives at a sedate pace, and you do a lot of shunting or switching. Then have a look at this lock now. Speed step 1 of 128. It's just an old Markland lock from 20 years ago with an old motor in it. It's got a modern DCC chip decoder, but brings it to new life. Really nice, moving, slow. Speed step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Almost imperceptible speed increases. And I really like that. I think if you're an enthusiast in terms of actually running the trains, you have to have 128 steps. It really makes a difference. Okay, that was one advantage. Now, one reason for going with the command station. Okay, this is the new setup of the main control. There are 4 main transformers there. I have 3 power districts and a 4th transformer for the decoder booster. So the white one's a decoder booster. Then I have 2 boosters, a Markland 6015 booster for the shadow station area, and at the moment level 1, and I can always add a booster in the open area there down the road if I should need it. I have a Litvinsky DB2 for the, as you can see here, for the staging area, FIFO. And I have here a Litvinsky converter board for changing the CDE booster power, booster cable, which is coming here in on the right there, the green, brown and yellow. That's a CDE booster power coming off of the command station, and it's converted into the older 5 wire ribbon cable that originally came out on the very early Markland digital systems. Because I still have some of that equipment, I'm using that, so it's converting it. You see the 2 flat cables, one going to the Litvinsky there, and the other flat cable coming out of the Litvinsky there, and then going to the Markland there. Old technology, and you have to be careful with it. More modern local net is better, but I don't have that yet. So. And then on the side here you see 3 lamps. Previous video talking about the short circuit detection. So I now have the 3 main boosters hooked up to lamps, and the top lamp, called BL, Bova lighting, or overhead wires. It monitors the overhead wires booster and power section. So I'm shorting that out now. That lamp goes on. Then I have the bottom lamp is the staging area, and at the moment level 1. And if I short that out, that goes, and at level 2, the main station of Amsterdam Central. If I short that out, as I'm attempting to do now, that's the other light. So I've got three short circuit detectors, which also keep the system alive during short circuits. That's the setup. There are some loose wires, basically because of the here on the left you can see the command station shelf being pulled in and out. So you have to have some loose wires to be able to accommodate pulling the shelf in and out. Needs a little bit of a clean up still. But I've got everything working now, so I'm just going to leave it. I've had enough. It's been about three and a half days of effort getting the new command station integrated into the system and getting it to work. So it's finally working, and I'm pleased with it. Just an impression of running some trains with the new control system. Putting it through its paces, just see whether it can handle the load. There's our commuter, one of the commuters that's shuttling backwards and forwards. And there'll be one up the top there as well. Just coming into Almere head station there. So I've got 2 commuter trains shuttling, and I've got 1 freight train just making a circuit. It's coming into Amsterdam station now. So I've got the commuter here at Almere, waiting to turn around. There she goes. those, we could do some switching. If we wanted to. Switcher here. Just had a yard transfer here. This is the yard arrival and departure. So the switcher could pull that back and split that train up. Just couple here. Okay. Bring it in here, just for the heck of it. Oop. Switch man up, what? Doing a job. Okay, we'll bring it into here. The 3 van garbage cars. One open car will bring in here. Just get Miller out of the way so we can put the baggage car back in. Just get Miller out of the way. Yep. All right, we're done.